1988 allows women to apply for business loans without a male cosigner.
88?
88.
I was born before then, just so you know.
1993.
Wait, okay, hold on. Go back
women
to that. So women had to have a male, specifically a male cosigner, not just like a cosigner. It had to be a male. Okay.
Correct.
I don't hate that idea.
Right. Exactly.
Get on my loan, baby.
I like to care, but I don't. No, your words can't shake my bones. Though I'm stronger than you know. Your fire can't melt my soul. No, no.
Do a little chatting.
Yep.
Piss a few people off. A lot more than a few, probably. Everyone.
We're going to piss a lot of people off. But I think we're going to also make a lot of people happy because we're going to say what they want to say, what they're thinking. We're going to say the quiet part out loud.
If you don't find something to relate to, like, get out of here.
Get out.
Look right in the eyes. Get out.
Out.
I'm just kidding.
Bye.
In the shadows, I found my light. In the chaos, I found my fight.
We're excited to announce that we're partnering with GhostBed. Their mattresses are crazy comfortable and super cool, literally, thanks to their patented cooling technology. And they ship right to your door. If you're ready to level up your sleep,
head on over to ghostbed.com/unfiltered for 10% off their already insanely low prices.
Scary low. When I first started working in the service industry, it was like, I genuinely like, the two people that trained me originally were named Joe and Julie, and they were French and Japanese. Okay. They are so like servant hearted and just so like that. And they were always like, never expect a tip, never expect anything like that. Don't even think about it, because if you think about it, then you're going to start expecting it. And then if you don't, just never think about it. And that way it's a nice surprise. And so I literally never think about it.
Because I'm like, good.
It's good. But then it's like, but I forget that other people like stress out about that. And I'm like, oh, why are you so stressed? And you're like, and I'm like, oh, I literally never think about it.
It feels, I don't know if disrespectful is the right word, but like
you like to show your appreciation for what I do. Yeah.
Yeah. And
totally. Like, and that's so sweet
like,
and nice and kind.
The girls like say like, do you want to leave gratuity? And they're like, they got like a full set. Like,
yeah.
I you know how me and you eavesdrop a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, like 5. And I'm like, I'm crazy.
Right.
I'm crazy to work.
Yeah. And I get it. Like, I get it.
But they may not know. They may be like, oh,
exactly.
I mean,
yeah. I'm like, we live in America, guys. You have to understand they're not paying us a livable wage. Like, that would be silly.
Right.
Like, come on. But I guess maybe we'll start. We're already like getting into it a little bit.
Right.
I'll just say the hello, and welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered and Unfazed. I'm your host, Tessa.
I'm Heather.
And back to our conversation about the service industry.
That's a great topic, actually. I don't know how we just segued into that randomly.
Yeah.
But tips.
Yeah.
Because that is a hot button.
People feel very...
There is like...
one way or another about tips.
Tips. Are they... Yeah. And when I say required, I'm using the term loosely, as in like morally.
Right.
Required or not.
Right.
That is a great topic because...
It is.
I mean, I've seen people go to war.
Over tips.
Over, I'm not tipping you. You're already getting paid.
Right.
Why should I tip you?
Right. Exactly.
You're getting paid for what you're doing.
Yeah. And the thing about it is...
That's not my problem if they don't pay you enough.
Exactly. Well, I mean, it's not, but it is. It is, because if you don't want to tip us, then you have to expect they're going to start charging you $20 for a Big Mac. Because they have to be able to pay their employees, and they know that the tipping culture exists in America now, and so now they shortchange their employees because I mean, technically, I only have to pay them $3.15 an hour.
Have you seen how Texas Roadhouse pays? I watched a reel on a waitress explaining how. Mm-hmm. So they make. I don't even know if it's like it has to equal minimum at the end of the day.
Yeah.
By law.
Yeah.
But the way they do it don't quote me on this, anybody, because it's
Right.
just, I'm giving you the gist.
Right, yeah.
Is like they deduct the cost of everything that night. Like, so they all have to, like, what they make that night has to cover what pays everybody. And if it doesn't, they deduct it from their tips. I know. It was like, she explained it and the people sitting there were like, what? And she was like, so
insane.
yeah, we do rely on tips like heavily.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have to make something at the end of the day, like I
Right.
said, but like they'll deduct it from she had some formula that was crazy.
Yeah.
That I was like,
well, I mean,
whoa.
Texas Roadhouse, they're always trying to upsell you on everything. So I
That
understand
could be
why.
yeah.
To make so that they can actually go home with their tips. No,
Yeah.
I knew places like that. Like I knew this one restaurant that I worked at for a little bit. It was like this burger place. I literally forgot that I worked there. And they had some like weird fucked up way of like trying to like do the tips out different at the end of the night and not I didn't work there for very long because it was really weird and I don't know, it just wasn't it.
Have you ever done so I've done restaurant.
Yeah, I've done a restaurant. That's a couple of restaurants.
I'm thinking of what other like service would be a tip.
Well, I mean, I've done like lashing, waxing, facials, like that kind of stuff. Like those are all like tipping things.
Yeah.
And then, but in that same breath, I do think that the tipping culture has gone a little bit too far.
Okay. Like where the people that are door dashing are throwing the people's food at the door because they left them $5, not 10. I do think that that's getting a little wild.
Right, because DoorDash should be paying you more for that. They're like $1 billion industry.
Right. But even still, if they're not, you're still choosing to do that.
Right.
And you can't.
And you know that people aren't going to
Although tipping is nice, and I do think I do it. I'm not saying everybody has to or should.
Yeah.
I do. But you just said it perfectly. You should tell
Yeah.
that story. Like, it shouldn't be expected, unfortunately.
Right. Well, it shouldn't. But also, even DoorDash delivery drivers, at least they're doing something. What I'm referring to is like, I literally go to a grocery store or no, a convenience store, like a gas station.
Okay.
Right. I go and get my chips. I go and get my drink. I come to the fountain. I come to the cashier. I pay. Why are you prompting me to tip you?
They do at the gas station?
At some places, yeah.
You're kidding.
Like, it's like you're prompting me to tip you,
Hold on.
and you've done absolutely nothing.
Hi, we're filming. Pulled pork and brisket. Okay, bye.
Well, somebody's having barbecue.
Wow. Okay, I haven't come across that yet.
No, that's what I mean. Like stuff
I
like
also
that.
don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I was like,
My husband like pumps my
bring
gas.
things
I
here, like-
quite literally prefer to not go out into the world.
yeah. And so it's like, stuff like that is like too far. Like, I feel like if somebody is doing something for you, like tip them because you're not doing it. But if somebody didn't do something for you, like that's the thing. Like, it's like,
But okay, I'm listening.
like for example,
I have a counter to that.
like landscapers, right?
Okay.
Somebody's gonna come and pull all the weeds out of your yard. The nice thing to do is to like tip them a little bit on top of their service, just a little bit, nothing like too crazy. I think that's like all service industries. However, I do understand that some people, like especially in more male-dominated industries, which is funny, more male-dominated industries, the tip is already included in the price of the service,
Right.
So I do think like that's where it starts to get confusing because like I do feel like, and this is just like me right now, my brain rattling, putting this together, is I do feel like generally in the more women dominated industries.
I'm sorry, Tessa.
They do what?
Tyler doesn't like when I text him during.
And he's texting you. It's like, what do you want from me? I was making a serious point, by the way. It was going to change the way
ready.
everyone viewed
Oh, I'm
the service
actually
industry.
quite interested in
No,
this.
I'm just kidding. But I do, like, I'm noticing a trend in my head, like as I'm saying this, that like woman-dominated industries do rely more heavily on tipping, and I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that women couldn't have bank accounts for so long. And so in order to give them
relied on,
money,
like, the
cash. Yeah. Cash is king, like that. You don't have to tell the government about
That's
it.
interesting theory.
That's just theory that I just like.
and how they could make up for the lowered wages back then.
Right. Exactly. So that they could like tip women in cash. But I know that, but
wasn't a lot of things cash back then? I mean,
well, for women, everything was
when did credit cards come out?
the 70s.
It was the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So in the 50s.
Yeah. Like if women are servers or women are doing like
How
women
did
are
people
having
function without credit cards? First off.
well, everything didn't cost as much.
I know.
Like that's probably
But just
like,
saying, like,
yeah, like
whoa, that's kind of crazy to think it was the 70s. I never asked that question and never thought
Yeah,
about it, but
yeah.
that doesn't seem like that long ago.
it's the 70s. It's not.
That's not that long ago.
My
Like,
mom was born in the 70s. Like,
right. So
like
is mine.
I'm
well, late 60s.
yeah,
like 69.
close.
But
Like so that's like my mom like barely was able to own a credit card. She was born in
Right.
76. Like it was like midway through the hold on. Let me look up the specific, but it's like because when I looked it up, I was like, no, you're kidding.
okay, so let me ask this. Do you think, I'm asking the viewers, our loyal viewers, do y'all think that if a service is provided that people should get a tip, and do you think it should be based on the cost of that service, or should it be based on how hard the service was? Like,
Yeah.
what if you're at a cheap
I
restaurant, but the
definitely
girl's
think-
running around like a diner?
Yeah.
They're running around. They're serving 10 tables. They're
Right.
bringing you all your stuff. Like their bill is going to be less because we do
Right.
20%, 15%,
Right.
30% off of the bill.
Right.
So again, there's those people that go get a cup of coffee, but they want it refilled 20 times.
Right.
And then they're constantly asking for something, but the bill's cheap. So should it be based on like effort? Should it be based on?
I think it should be based on effort and connection, right? My personal opinion, and honestly, I'm gonna be so real. Lots of people, all my front desk girls, everything like that, they tell me that they're like, but even before I was at the level that I am of a master stylist,
Yeah.
like even when I was a standard stylist, so no extra fees, no extra anything. They were like, Tessa, your clients tip you so much more than other people. And I'm like, here's why. I care.
Right.
Like
No, that matters.
It matters
Yeah,
so much.
I agree.
So it matters how much effort someone's putting in. Like I'm not saying like, I think that like a little bit of a tip is like, hey, like you did not do a good job, but I appreciate that you're here. Cool. Whatever. But I don't think that you should like go out of your way to like extra tip someone who isn't doing a good
Right.
job. And if they're doing a bad job, but there are clearly factors going on that's causing them to do it, like servers, for example, like if the kitchen is messing up and it's taking forever on your food and they had a mistake and like,
Right.
and that's not your server's fault, but like you're upset obviously because it took a long time, all of that, but your server still has like a great attitude about it, is trying to appease, like is trying to make the situation right. Then I think that, yeah, like they deserve like what you would consider a generous tip.
So here's where it gets interesting, because I've worked in the restaurant industry and I didn't, because it was counter and serving. So it wasn't quite like going up to the, like it was like we're at the counter, we take the orders, but we also like, I guess say food runner, like brought
Yeah.
the food out, but we weren't like, can we
Checking
get
on
your
them.
refill?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of did
Yeah.
if we could, but it wasn't that type of, it was like a pizza and beer type place.
Yeah.
But it was crazy chaotic.
Yeah.
And you are the one getting them beer. You are the one
Right.
getting that, like we are the ones getting them everything.
Uh-huh.
So we had like a tip jar. Some
Right.
people would leave it on the table.
Yeah.
And that would also go to the bussers.
Yeah.
But in that type of thing, we were just all excited to like split the tips at the end of the night.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're right. The tipping culture has changed slightly to where people are going to be like, that person didn't put money in the jar. Ew. Like
Right,
almost like
yeah.
offended by it.
Right.
But here's my caveat to that. So retail.
Yeah.
I've managed retail. I've worked in retail. I've worked in big retail stores, small retail stores, corporate retail stores. And when I say corporate, I mean like they're public. They're big enough companies to where
Right.
they're like on the stock market.
Yeah.
Now, I can tell you, even as a manager who wasn't necessarily like the salespeople on the floor, but I was like running it, or assistant manager, whatever it was at the time, you are providing us. I was running to dressing rooms. I was bringing people clothes. I was bringing people shoes. I was bringing people, opening the watch thing and showing them 5 watches for them not to buy anything.
Right.
So it's like, we don't get tipped.
Right, but I think you should be able to get tipped if
You
you
think
want
we
to.
should at retail?
Well, yeah, because the reason that they don't do that is because it costs the corporations money to have a separate tipping thing. So like for example, if you're checking out and someone's like, I want to leave you a tip, the ability to leave a tip
right, you would
separate
have
than
to
the
have like
service-
only cash tips or something.
Yeah, even
which
then
still can get, because
even
you're
then
supposed
you
to pay
have to
taxes on
provide your
that.
employees a way to claim them.
I know.
So they're doing that so that it costs them less money. But
Right.
again, that's why they're trying to pour a little bit more money into the hourly wage, whereas like servers make literally like
Also-
$2.13 an hour.
Right. Also, it could get complicated with retail because multiple people are helping you typically.
Right.
So I guess you could say, well, I was helping them more, and it could
But
get messy.
I worked at K Jewelers, like retail, and multiple people would help people, and you just split it,
A tip or commission?
all of it.
You got tips?
Well, you didn't like. It wasn't like tips.
Okay.
It was just like, I don't even know how to explain. Like it's like if you get people to buy more, like we would get bonuses for things.
Yeah.
But like people couldn't like necessarily like tip us.
Okay.
So it's like we would just split everything though. But
Yeah.
that's the same thing. It's like, but the thing is, when you pull someone in else on your sale, you automatically split that commission, right?
Yeah.
So if you are helping somebody and you don't know how to help them and you pull someone in, split it automatically, because you
and it gets
don't have the
messy because
information.
if it goes automatically on a paycheck, that the person who, like when I was at Tilly's, like you put in a number, like somebody's employee number, and you know kind of, okay, this person really helped this person majority of the time, and there wasn't, I don't think, an option to put like multiple people.
Yeah.
And then this person kind of helped a little bit. So
Yeah.
it can get a little messy. But
Well,
that's where I think the incentive is to like follow up with your customer, make
Right.
sure you're on top of it.
100%.
Tanning salons. I managed.
Well, it comes down
different
to
tanning salons.
integrity too. At the
Yes.
end of the day, if you know that you did not help that person
Right.
make that sale,
Right.
get the
Because sometimes
fuck
over the
off.
radio, it's like, oh, who helped, and if
Yeah.
it's like, just say, you
Right.
know.
Well, I technically helped her. I showed her where the bathroom is. Shut the
Right.
fuck up.
Right.
Shut up. You did not. You didn't close the sale. You
The
didn't
person who's
contribute.
helping them for the last hour was talking to somebody else, and I just said, "Oh, are you doing good?" So
I helped them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's because we had that issue, by the way, like all these issues. Because that's the problem is like, for the biggest problem that we would have was, so you have to be certified to do a certain thing. Like in order to be able to show diamond rings, you have to be
Okay.
certified to show
Okay.
diamond rings. Other than that, you're limited to gemstones and things under $500.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Sorry, it's the cocaine I'm drinking. No, I'm just kidding. And sometimes the problem would be, we used to have this girl that was really good at getting people to sign up for credit cards. I don't know how, like literally, I am not good at that because one, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah,
I'm going to look right at you and I'm going to say,
and pay a bunch of interest.
if you want, but the interest isn't worth it truly.
Yeah. Then
And
you have to
people
do
be
the
like,
whole,
"Tassie,
we're
you
running
can't
a
say
special
that."
18 months no interest. It's not no interest. You have to pay it off in that time frame, and then it's deferred, and it's actually like way more than you would have paid. But
Right, exactly. So stuff like that. But say for example, that person, she wasn't certified to be on the diamond line, but I
Okay.
am.
Okay.
And she has to turn it over to me.
Okay.
Because she can't be on the diamond line. Still, she gets no commission for the diamond line. Only commission
Right.
for the things she sold because she's not certified to sell
Right,
this.
right.
So that's like where the issue comes in, because people would be like, well, that was my client and I turned them over to you. That would be the same as an Ulta employee being like, well, I sold them makeup before they did their haircut. And I'm like,
so your tip from your haircut should be mine.
right,
part of
no,
mine.
like relax. You can't
We
do
have
what I
different
do.
services
And
we
that's
provide.
why
Yeah.
it's different, right?
Yeah.
So I think it does get complicated, but all of these are really easily solved with integrity. Like genuinely, all of
think-
those problems are solved with
I don't
integrity.
know what society you live in, but
I know that there's not a lot of integrous people,
the
but
2025 society I live in, I feel like that word might just be
yeah.
X from the, I almost said Bible, from
the Bible?
from the dictionary.
Oh my
Anyways, did not just say that, did not just do that.
goodness. LOL.
But with that being said, like bringing up the tanning salon, okay, again, where does the line get drawn of just you're doing your job
Right.
or you're providing a service?
Right.
So you're doing your job. I'm running back. And I mean, there was days where I had girls. Okay, you think tanning salon, you're just hanging out. I mean, I kind of looks like that when I managed tanning salons for years, and I still go to a tanning salon. I'm like, these girls are literally just sitting on their ass, but I know they're not, because at the end of the day, you have a rush of 20 people. You're cleaning beds. You're doing the laundry. Like there's more things than you would ever think to do.
Yeah.
That it gets chaotic.
Exactly.
Because you're also, usually it's only 1 to 2 people working. But, like cleaning the beds, like, should you be tipped for doing that? I mean, it's part of your job, but also it's like, what's the difference between cleaning tables at a restaurant?
Yeah.
Like, I'm cleaning up your nasty ass
Right.
body fluids, and some people be nasty, and it was actually quite horrifying the types of body fluids I would clean up sometimes.
Yeah.
Just to be clear that there are several that you clean up in tanning beds. Right. Which is why I also, if I go tanning, I haven't in a long time, but I clean my own bed.
Yeah.
Because you are not going to catch me laying in that bed after some 16-year-old girl probably barely wiped that shit down. And let me tell you, that's a hard no.
Yeah, and you have a germ
no.
thing.
I have a germ thing, but I've seen,
I've
seen what's in those beds, what people's musty asses get up and leave behind.
Yeah.
And I'm going to definitely clean my own bed that I'm laying and sweating in.
Right. Right.
I usually just typically do the stand-up beds because I don't even want none of that. But so it's like, should you tip for them cleaning up the beds and doing all these other services? But it's like, that's still part of their job description.
Right. For that, I don't. Well, no. Because my clients aren't tipping me for making sure my station is clean. They're tipping me for...
Well, the whole thing. I mean, yes, there's probably some hope that you're cleaning your stuff and sanitizing and getting it. You do. You sanitize your station.
Yeah.
And that's part of it. If you weren't, people would probably be like,
what's going on?
I'm not.
Why do I keep getting eye infections all the time?
You're not cleaning anything.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, so it's just like that. But that's the thing.
But you're
like,
saying it needs to be
maintaining the environment. You shouldn't get tipped for maintaining your environment.
Okay.
So if it was a scenario to where someone is like, I want you to come and extra do this or extra do that for me because I want the environment to be at a different level than like the maintenance level, then maybe you should get tipped for that. But I don't think that you should get tipped for just maintaining the environment. Yeah. So like, it's like, but you're saying that you provide a clean salon. That's part of your description.
That's part of,
right? If I come in and the salon's not clean, but then you clean the salon, I'm not going to tip you for doing something that you advertised was already there.
Right.
But like,
I feel like that argument could go for, I mean, that's where people get, like I said, I see a 50-50 split in comments on these topics about tips. Is there are people that are like, but you're doing your job. You're doing your job. Like, let's even say you. I don't agree with it. It's not my stance. Obviously, I tip. Yeah. It takes a while sometimes, but but people will look at it and be like, but I came to get my lashes done and that's what you did. You didn't like do my hair also. So I'm like, here's extra. Like, so again, I don't agree with that, but that's where some people's minds go is like, but you're doing your job.
I'm doing my job and some though. And that's what I mean. Like,
but is it because you're like they're coming to you specifically for your skill that they can't do themselves? Yeah. That maybe even somebody else can't do. And so they're giving like, again, you also say,
well, I'm
just said you don't expect it. You don't feel entitled.
Right. But I'm also providing emotional release. No, this is not
actual therapy.
I'm providing actual therapy and actual therapy. It is so important for people to have somebody to talk to, and they don't talk about that. Is like the things that I know about. Like, okay, it's so hard to know everything about everyone. I'm not joking. It's so difficult because you learn I've had most of my clients I've had for more than a year at least. I'm seeing these people every 2 weeks, 2 times a month for 24 times a
Sometimes
year.
like me once a week.
Yes, literally some people I'm seeing 52 times a year. Okay. That's more than most people see their family if they live not right next door to them. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know everything, and not only like, and I remember it too. Okay. So let's say, Susie comes and she's sitting on my table, whatever, I'm doing her lashes. Her and her husband got into a fight.
Yeah.
Her grandkids are doing this and that, whatever, this, that, whatever. And I remember every single one of the grandkids' names, her husband, his past delinquencies.
Yeah.
Don't forget. I'm not going to forget. You tell me I'm not forgetting this. And I'm providing like what I find to be sound advice. Like, I'm not out here just being like, oh, do whatever, do this, do that. I will disagree with people. And I feel like that's an additional service that I'm adding on.
You're adding therapy.
And so
you're a
that's
licensed
why,
therapist.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I'm not licensed.
God.
I'll get licensed if you guys play with me.
That we can't say things joking.
No, it's like a lash therapy thing. Like that's literally my lash page name. So like
literally is therapy.
And so that also is what I'm providing. So it's that like closeness and the wanting to take care of somebody that you feel close to, but it's not just like a feeling. I genuinely do care.
In the beauty industry, especially, that is so profound. Even when like I said, was managing the tanning salons,
Right.
I'm still friends with some people on Instagram and Facebook that were my clients that know my children's names, like you said, that know me, that know, like, I'm not even kidding, like still friends with them and chat with them. And that was just because we would sit and talk. And again, it's not me sitting there for 2 hours talking with them, but they would come daily.
Yeah.
I mean, my tanners would come daily. And then especially the OGs, they come early, so there's not big crowds, and they'll stand there and we will talk for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Because nobody else is there. Yeah.
I know their dating life. I know, like you said, I know everything.
Exactly.
And
even the ones that are tough to crack eventually.
Like medical issues, like you said, like everything about them.
I'll be like, I remember 2 weeks ago you said you were going in for a scan on your hip. How was that?
Right. Oh, 100%.
And they're like, oh, you remember that? I go, I remember everything. And the way my
100%.
memory works, it's so weird. It's like, I will remember nothing. The second someone lays on my bed, it's like, click. And I'm like, oh my God, do you remember when you said blah, 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 blah?
Right.
Like,
I've had people tell me crazy.
Oh,
like,
yeah, me
I know
too.
you know, but like crazy stuff, and they'll follow it up with, I just felt comfortable telling you that, and I don't know why, but thank you. And I've never told anybody else that, and I'm like, I'm here. I got you.
Before,
I got you.
Right. Exactly. And so, but now that ties further into, okay, so what really is tipping? Community building. Taking care of your community. Like, a lot of times when people, unless you like, usually when people have a favorite restaurant, you become a regular.
Yeah.
You have your regular serve. Like, a lot of people do routine. And for me, that's exactly what it is. And a lot of different service industry jobs are routine.
Yeah.
So it's like, what tipping is giving, like, thank you for your time. I know time is money, and I'm able to give. Yeah. So I'm going to give this and help build up my community and help take care of my community, which is a great model for how people should live life. However, a lot of people, the reason they have problems with tipping is the mentality of, well, I had to work hard for it, so you have to work hard for it too. And it's like,
all a competition.
It literally, it's like, well, I had to struggle, so you
do
need
more
to
than
struggle.
me. I do more than you. I'm not always gonna get biblical, but I will sometimes. Yeah. But giving is better than receiving. It's quite literally in the Bible. So if more people had that mentality, rather than be like, but I didn't, but and always have this constant competition battle with each other, then I do agree with you that it wouldn't be such a big deal, because everybody would be more inclined to just give without receiving.
Right.
What?
Sorry, I was looking at what we were talking about earlier about the credit card thing.
Oh, it almost looked like you read a text that you didn't want to, and I was like, oh no.
Well, I didn't want to read that actually. I was like,
God.
oh no.
Over a century ago in 1910, the Flexner Report, funded by John D. Rockefeller and the Carnegie Foundation, re-engineered medical education from a holistic, whole-body approach, which appropriately treated the body as an interconnected system, to a compartmentalized approach under the guise of specialized medicine. They shut down or consolidated medical schools, marginalized naturopathic, homeopathic, and chiropractic medicine, replacing them with symptom management and synthetic drugs. Allopathy is a marketing strategy rooted in fear and manipulated science. This philosophy carried into veterinary medicine, resulting in over-vaccination, unnecessary surgeries, and manufactured food, just like they did for people. They call it care, but it's predatory and based in profitability. The truth? Toxicity, compromised immunity, and chronic inflammation. They're not fate. They're engineered. And so is your power to undo them. We built 3 targeted formulas to return the body to homeostasis, for pets and people. To detox, defend, and restore. We are the correction to decades of corruption. We are vengeance.
Okay, we can go back into that, but like with it, and that's where I kind of feel like I agree with you, and that's why I did used to get some tips from the tanning salon, and what people would do is like leave it on like the little bench in there.
Yeah.
And the first couple times I was like, oh, you left my, they're like, no, that's like for you. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
you left like cash. Like, I
Right.
would usually save it for them,
Right.
or they would, I knew if they left it, usually like a $5 bill on the
Yeah.
bed, I'd still sometimes be like, well, maybe they were changing and it like flew out.
Right.
So you don't know for sure.
Right,
But I
exactly.
did get people that, again, I think like you said, because of because they were like,
Yeah.
you always sit here and talk with me.
Yes.
You always show attention to me.
Exactly.
You're not just trying to sell to me.
Right.
You're not just trying, even though if I did sell to them, it was genuinely like, this girl, I
Right.
got you.
No,
This one's
in the
going
way
to do
that
what you
I
want
do,
it to do.
not in the way, yeah,
Like what they
I don't,
need.
yeah, I'm not just gonna sell you something just because there's something to sell. Like,
Yeah.
that's literally so
You're like,
stupid
this
to
is
me.
actually going to help you.
I'm not that money hungry. I'm not that greedy. That's not who I am to my core. Like, I just don't.
For the commission that is probably given is probably not something that.
No, honestly, I'm being so for real. Like, I know for a fact that if I was doing what I'm doing by myself, had my own clientele, all of that, but there's so much work that comes into that. I do
Yeah.
not have the mental bandwidth to
Yeah.
take that on. But the cost of that is like $150,000. So I would be like, at revenue for my company with the services I provide, I earned them like,
Right, you're earning
like
them.
$180,000.
Oh, yeah, easily.
That's how much I earned them. How much did I get back from that? Like 32%.
Yeah, you're all
So
that's-
I'm just going to say 32%. You guys can do the math and get upset if you want. And
Oh,
so
yeah. Yeah, that's what's up.
that's the thing about it is like the reason that I am making what I'm making is to cover the cost of all of these things that it takes to run the salon, right? But I do definitely feel like it's heavily padded with profit for the owners.
yeah.
Yeah. And if more owners would just take a little bit of a pay cut and maybe not, have like $1 million houses or constantly going on vacations or, designers, like stuff like that. Like, designer bags are literally the exact same as non-designer bags, just with a different label. By the way, we know that,
Do you
right?
understand
Like-
how disturb? Okay, look. Again, I always have to preface this with, I'm not judging, but I'm judging a little bit. When I watch someone get a Birkin bag,
No, it's gross. I'm
I
like,
had literally watched a girl have a full-blown panic attack, hyperventilating, almost passing out.
over a
And again, I don't know
bag.
her story. Maybe she came from the trenches. She was poor growing up, and she's like, I made it. Like, I made it, and I feel so good that I finally got my Birkin bag. Like, to her, it wasn't just like materialistic. Maybe there was symbolization.
Right.
Let's just go with all that. Okay. Let's just go there.
maybe it was a spiritual experience.
Maybe she had an out of body experience. Okay. But still,
Right.
the theatrics that I witnessed were so disturbed. I was like, girl.
No, it's actually crazy.
And then she pulls out the bag and I was like, that thing be ugly.
It's no,
I was like, it's not even cute. That looks like a 80-year-old grandma's little handbag that she
Right.
carries on her arm.
right.
I was like, you just spent $20,000 on that and you're hyperventilating, having a meltdown, being like, she's so pretty. And I'm like,
Right.
she's not.
Right. Some people just feel that's the same way. That's the same way
Because
I feel
it's a
about
Birkin.
a lot of different I don't love brands. I don't
We're
love
not
brand
name
names.
brand girlies.
I'm not
We're
a name
not.
brand girly. I'm not like
Do
that at
I
all.
would I like nice things?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
No,
we
I
are
like
not
nice
name
thing-
brand.
No, literally all of my jewelry, by the way, I've had this ring on for months. It's great. It doesn't tarnish anything like that.
Yeah.
It's not name brand anything. It's just non-tarnishing jewelry. There's not a name brand. You're not going to catch me unless they specifically pay me to sponsor, which I will say.
I mean,
I'll say it if you guys pay me. But it's great jewelry. I got 5 pieces for $60.
and I can guarantee
And
that
it's long lasting, great quality, non-tarnishing.
it's probably similar quality to something that
Exactly.
you would buy.
I used to work at K Jewelers. I'm telling you, these necklaces, shinier, prettier, more durable, more ethical.
We all know what I did.
Way more ethical.
I can prove that,
Yeah.
like you said, with
Yeah.
my I'm in the process of getting an upgrade, but my what was it called? The ring I had?
Oh, or a ring?
No. Oh my god. Tessa.
Engagement ring?
Tyler would be like,
Wedding ring?
really glad that you died for this ring, and it's a designer.
Oh, me?
Do you remember it?
Oh,
we
are
talked
you
about
talking
it. The
about
one
the
that
dairy ring?
No, my engagement ring is something Leo.
Leo.
But I
forgot.
got a natural Leo diamond
Yeah.
because they do make lab created,
Yeah.
which they tried to tell me is a diamond, and I was like, okay, it is, but it's still created in a lab and still in your
Right.
head. I'm like, that's not.
Right.
But they said that more ethical thing. But
Yeah.
anyway, so just because it was a Leo diamond,
Right.
for the size that I got,
Uh-huh.
was double the cost of a huge rock, a real diamond
Yeah. No. I know. Oh, I know.
that was, I guess, just not a name, whatever, just a regular. I don't know. Probably
Yeah.
more of the terms.
Yeah.
But not like a name brand. And I didn't know that because I
Yeah.
just saw the ring and was like, that's what I want. But I was
Right.
like, whoa.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, it does sparkle really, really,
Well,
really.
yeah,
I'm
because
not
the way
wearing
they
it right
cut
now.
it, the way they cut it, yeah,
Because I had it cleaned and stuff. But like I said,
it is.
be getting.
It's a beautiful ring. It is a beautiful ring, and that's the thing about it. It's just but I don't care about that. I don't care about.
And
that.
I did. Okay,
I want a natural stone, but I don't care if it's a diamond. I don't care if it's a.
I've had
I want
gemstones,
sparkly.
but
Yeah.
I will say this: I wasn't I want that because it's Leo.
No.
I
You just
wanted it
liked
because
the ring,
and it just
and you
happened,
so
to be this,
that,
and
yeah.
so you know what I mean.
It's 'cause
There's
there's
the people that are
extra
no,
sparkly.
I want this because it's this.
Yeah.
And it could be the ugliest thing in the world.
Right.
They're like, don't care.
Exactly.
It's this, so I want it.
Right, exactly. And that's the other thing. The people freaked out about Vera Wang, Neil Lane, all of these diamonds and stuff like that. But just really
Houston.
quick to loop back.
We have 15 minutes.
That's totally fine. Okay, so just to loop back to the women's rights and everything like that. I hated this.
Is someone
part.
here? Oh, hey, Jimmy. If he's going to the bathroom, you might want to wipe Logan's little seat with a cloth. Does he need to use the bathroom? Oh, okay. I was going to say Logan's little potty seat is on the toilet. So I always tell people, they're like, what is
wipe
this
it.
little thing?
Extra small
Bye.
toilet. The Equal Credit Opportunity Act was 1974.
Wow.
1978 Pregnancy Discrimination Act makes it illegal to fire 1978, before it was illegal to fire women for getting pregnant.
1978, so almost the 80s.
Yeah. 1988 allows women to apply for business loans without a male cosigner.
88?
88.
I was born before then, just so you know.
1993.
Wait, okay, hold
grants
on. Go back
women
to that. So women had to have a male, specifically a male cosigner, not just like a
Correct.
cosigner. It had to
Correct.
be a male. Okay.
Correct.
I don't hate that idea.
Right. Exactly.
Get on my loan, baby.
1993 is when FMLA grants up to 12 weeks of unpaid leave. Not until 1993.
Wow.
Of unpaid leave, by the way.
Okay, that's just, yeah, that was when you could just have a job still.
Right.
When you're done having
like
a baby.
it's crazy, like, because most of these things, like, it wasn't until 2009 that they started challenging equal pay. It's crazy because people are like, oh, women, like, they have fooled us into believing that we've had rights longer than we have.
Oh, yeah.
And so that all goes back to, like, tipping culture. Women literally couldn't, like,
I don't know. I'm still, sometimes I see funny memes that are like a woman waking up early to go to work and they're like, thanks to whatever woman wanted us to have rights. Like, it's
Right.
just funny because
Yeah.
it's like, well, I want some of these rights.
yeah, and
But-
it'd be fine. A lot of this would be fine if, like, men didn't suck. You know, like, I would be so, like, you know how much I would love to go and be at home and just have a bunch of babies and homestead and shit. I love that
goes
shit.
both ways because when men were like that, women were also different. Men and women were both different.
I'm
Women
capable
don't-
of being
you're-
that kind
you-
of woman. Like,
You're
that's
not
what I'm
normal.
saying.
That's why
Like,
we're the anti-feminist feminists. We believe
Yeah.
women should have rights.
Yeah.
We believe women should
Get a
have
job if you want.
voices.
Do whatever you
But
want.
we also don't believe women should be equals to men in certain aspects.
Yeah.
We're not. Biologically, we're
like
not.
physical strength. But I think in terms of, like, human rights, we should be equal.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's why,
like,
that's why I say we still are the anti-feminist feminists because nobody's
Yeah.
saying we should be like,
No, I definitely think there are some jobs that men should get paid more because it's way more dangerous. Like, you know, I don't think women should have to go to war if they don't want to. And I think men should get paid a lot more to do that.
right.
The
I don't think women
soldiers,
should
not
go-
the
hold on.
not the leaders.
Not if they don't want to. Women shouldn't go to war, period.
Well, I mean, you have to think
Period.
about things like
Period.
spying and, like, it's
That we'd
women
be
is
good
way
at.
easy. Exactly. So that's why I mean, like, women, I don't think that women should be front lines,
We're talking
period.
about, I'm talking about frontline. Yeah.
But I'm talking about in general. Like, I don't even think, like, women shouldn't have to do that if they don't want to. And if they want to, like, I feel like men are stronger and, like, yeah, let them be the ones putting their lives immediately on the line. Like, if that's what they want to do, and they should get paid a lot for that. And they should, like, I think that's true.
do you think
What?
do you think male first responders should get paid more than female first responders?
First responders is
And
hard.
I'll explain why I'm asking.
Okay, first responders is hard
I
because
have a lot of experience in this subject.
it depends. The reason why male first responders are needed is because sometimes people are heavy. People are really heavy. But once someone is in the ambulance, it doesn't matter. Like, a woman is just as capable of helping somebody as a
but
man's
that's
just as capable.
Such a small portion, like you said, of the job they have to get, especially an EMT.
Yeah.
You are transporting. You have
Yeah.
to get those people. But there's also okay.
I think that, yeah, guys should get paid a little bit more to lift heavier things.
Tyler and Mike cover often.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and I say that because it is unfortunate, because obviously there are some women like Mike's wife who's not cut like the rest of them.
Right.
And there are some exceptions where
Yeah.
they're like, but she still is like, I'm still a woman
Right.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But she can handle her shit.
Right.
But most can't. And a lot of times that's why there's so many videos where it's like they're now essentially having to be saved by the male deputies that have
Yeah.
to jump in. And so now there's more people at risk. There's more things happening. There's more chaos. And that's not always the case, but
Yeah.
a lot of the times it
Yeah.
is. And so it's like, should they get paid more because they can handle their own? Like, they're always going to need some kind of backup in most situations. Like we said, they're fighting a 6-1.
What I'll say if there should be certain levels of certification that you have to pass in order to get more pay. So if you want to, like, the reason that it's easier for men to get PASI certification because they can lift heavy things and they can fight grown men. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Their
if you
muscle and bone
if you prove that you can handle your own and you can fight grown men and you can do that, if you prove that, then you should get paid as the same as the people that are doing that. But if you can't do that, then you shouldn't get paid the same. Like,
and we know that most are not going to be able to.
right, well, I mean, I don't know.
It'll,
the
like,
things
weed
they're putting in
itself
food
out.
now and
That's true.
bionical things. So I'm
That's
like,
true.
listen, what can we even say as a woman anymore? Like,
I can tell you.
but you know, it's just that kind of thing. So it's like, I think there should be different levels of certification that if you're able to complete certain tasks, and you should be able to get the same pay as the other people, regardless whether or not they're a man. Like,
But you're in the cop world, especially, like, you can't be like, well, I can't do that, so I'm not going to go to this call that I'm nearest to.
well, no,
It gets
but
messy.
it should be that
Everybody needs to be able to certify the same level of physical fitness, physical capability. Like, that's where the big debate comes.
but
is
women
there
are
shouldn't
better
be-
but women are better at calming situations.
Yes.
So it's like, if you send a male
So
just
should
because
there
he can
just
beat
be
up, just
female
so
deputies that just show up for that.
well, no, I think they should be partners. I
Okay.
think that everybody should have a
Okay.
partner.
That's what I'm saying.
capable,
I'm
yeah.
coming up with logical, like, what I'm
Right,
saying. We should come
exactly.
up with logical solutions.
Exactly.
No, you can't be a regular deputy. You cannot be somebody that shows up first to calls. You're going to be a support.
Right. Like,
But people will never, they'll be like, oh, what is that? Discrimination, sexist.
yeah, that's
blah,
why I
blah,
just
blah,
think
blah,
partners,
blah.
because men are more known to lead with anger, and that's like that. It's not anger. It's like that like that's the first innate reaction is like
I hear all
somebody's
the
coming at
female
you.
cops
It's like,
having
"Arr," whatever.
Meltdown right now.
Well, probably
Not all, well, most of them should have a meltdown. I said, like, there's an exception where there's some really good cops out there, and they shouldn't be labeled female. They're really good cops out
Right.
there. But it's like you said, I think it should either be, it's like a support, it's a partner, or it's its own thing that's there to, like, help. However, Tessa, again, women have lost a little bit of that de-escalation and that nurturing care. You see all the videos, they come up and they're like, they're all ghetto and they're all having to act like this, like, masculine, like, it is, women are losing that. I know what you're saying, where it's like,
Yeah.
they're going to calm the situation. Women are losing that.
Yeah.
More and more. Women want to have a masculine energy. And by that, I don't
it's
mean
not,
manly.
It's not
I mean,
want.
No, it's not want.
It's have to.
Yeah.
Women have to do that now because men are failing to protect them.
Right. But again, this is why we go back and forth. Men are saying it's because women are bringing that energy. So they're like, your divine feminine is not there anyway. It's not it.
Right.
So we don't need to lead.
Right.
So people are arguing who's the cause of this. Is men not leading the cause, or is women trying to lead the cause? And that's the age of chicken before the egg.
Well, here's what I'll say.
Who knows?
Men have been in
People need to
charge.
just start changing.
Men have been in charge the whole time, right?
Right. But then feminists came.
Yeah, and tried to be
the
like, "Hey, you
feminine movement
you can't
So men
make
were
us
like,
be married
okay,
you."
This is what you wanted. Joe Rogan, or people say all the time, or not Joe Rogan. It's not a good example, but Andrew Tate will say,
Ew.
"This is what you wanted." So now you're complaining men aren't leading, men aren't taking charge, men aren't paying your bill, men aren't doing this, but you wanted this. So then I also have to look at that. That is true. Not all women, but a lot of the really hardcore.
having to pay your own bills is the price of not having to,
I'm saying,
get
like,
beat
at
up
the
by your
restaurant,
husband.
like, he didn't pay for the dinner, and then he's like, well, that's what you guys wanted. You can't have it both ways.
Well, you
can't
should
like-
be able to you should be able to actually. Like, a man, it's, if you want to be a leader, lead. If you want to have someone to submit to, lead. You, as a man, you have to
No,
take
I
that
agree,
choice.
because
You have to make
especially,
that.
like I said, biblically,
Like, this
a
is
man
not
has to
what
lead.
women wanted. This is not, and that's what Andrew Tate says, stuff like that, and it really pisses me off, like, genuinely, because this is not what women asked for, and this is not what
Well, he
women
was saying
wanted.
it to Bonnie Blue, and I didn't disagree with him.
Well, that's what Bonnie Blue wanted.
Right,
This isn't
not
what women
women.
wanted.
Yeah.
Like, Bonnie Blue is not an example of
Well,
women.
she's
she's a demon,
A
like you
demon.
said.
Like,
demonic,
actually.
possessed. She's
Yeah.
something else.
Like,
That's
we could actually say she's a demon.
yeah, like something does reside within her. I'm pretty sure it's legion. Like, I'm being so dead ass. Like,
if you look at her eyes and don't be like, that's a demon,
yeah,
something's wrong with you.
No, that's crazy. And so that's what I mean. Like, that is not a good representation of like women in general. Like, women don't want that. Women just want to be able to, hey, like if I want to buy a house and I'm single and I'm a woman, I want to be able to do that. Like, I don't want to have to go and find a husband to sign off on a loan.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Just that literally, like in the 80s, which is crazy, 88, which is even crazier. Like, that's literally not, that's 7 years ago?
What, 88?
Yeah.
37.
Yeah. That's only 37 years ago. So.
Well, like I said, part of me also is like, was that so bad? No, I get it. But
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well,
like,
you say that because you have a husband.
If
you didn't have a husband, would you be saying that?
If I didn't have a husband, I'd probably be like, do I want to buy a house?
You would have to go and appease a man.
But does
in
it have
order
to be your
to get
husband, or could it just be a man?
No, it was husband.
It has to be a husband.
It was husband most
You
of the
have
time.
to have your
It can't just be a man. That's why lavender marriages exist. Some people got away with it in that way. Like, you can have a man sign because it's
we're going to disagree on lavender marriages. I think that is an attack on the nuclear family, and I don't mean nuclear man and woman. If a man and a man want to get married, cool. But the lavender marriage is crazy talk. I know we're going to disagree on that. Because
what do you mean disagree on it?
I thought you were pro
lavender marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, I think people did lavender marriages to save themselves.
Oh, okay. I was saying I think that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
and
I don't
I've been
think you should
watching
get
a lot of videos on it just to because I'm curious on their take.
But my idea of marriage is something different than I feel like. I don't like signing a paper for the government so that we can do our taxes as a lavender marriage. 100% hell yeah, sign me up.
They live as like,
but they don't sleep together.
I know.
They're just roommates. They're literally just roommates. Like, and that's what it is. It's literally just roommates, but it's like
that's
a
what
front.
I'm saying. It's going further. They're saying they're monogamous and they're in love and this and that, but then they're like, people ask them questions, and I do appreciate that they answer these questions because they don't need to.
Yeah.
But when you're, publicly putting yourself out there, there's that little bit of like responsibility to be like, okay, we are putting ourselves out there. We should answer some questions.
Right,
but again,
right.
you're not required to. It's your
Right.
life. But I saw one, and they were like, people would always ask, well, what if you find like a guy you like, the man, like a man that you're want to be with, and it's like, is that just over? And they're like, no, we just restructure it. And I'm like, okay. I just feel like it's messy. It's like,
well, it's not.
Why can't you guys just be friends and
it's not messy because they communicated it.
Love each other, and you can have, like you said, almost roommates.
They can be friends.
There's
and
not
love
that
each
much
other.
benefits to being married. There's
And
not that many like, I don't know where people got this idea that you get all these. You can do a domestic partnership.
Well, in 1988 was the first time we were able to have a loan at all without a man.
I know, but we are 37 years later still doing this lavender marriage.
Right. So it's like barely one generation of people. So they haven't learned how little benefits are actually in marriage yet.
I mean, there's benefits, but I wouldn't say it would be enough to be like, I'm just going to marry my best friend so that we could get a tax break. I mean, you could still get other tax breaks, and you can like say benefits. With Tyler, like on his benefits when he was a cop. It's like, I don't know if domestic partnership was accepted. It was. When I was with Bradley's dad, we had like a notarized domestic partnership when we were engaged to get benefits, so I could be on his insurance. But for Tyler's, like until we were married, I couldn't get his benefits. So I understand that. Like if you're in that situation,
do you know what's crazy? One of my clients, her wife was actually the person who was in a domestic partnership with that one law enforcement officer in New York, the one that started the whole gay marriage thing. Like one of my clients' wives was like her wife, or they weren't technically married because gay marriage was not legal yet.
Okay.
Her wife was on the force, and they had been together for 10 plus years, right? She dies. They say you're not allowed to have her pension because, and so she went to court and won.
I feel like I do remember something like this.
Yeah. So she went to court and won. This actually happened. Like there's
I remember
there's a movie with Ellen Page about it.
I know
yeah.
exactly what you're talking
so
about.
they met Ellen Page and she got
sick. Yes.
So this is what happened. And that's like, But that's the thing. It's like, this is why marriage, because a legal document that says this person's not going to screw you over. If you guys decide to go in on life together, buy a house together, be best friends, you need that contract so that if one day someone decides, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to go have a boyfriend, I want to go have a girlfriend, I want to do this, whatever, you have to legally, you can't just up and leave. You can't just, oh, I'm done. I'm gone. And that's why the marriage certificate, you're thinking about it in terms of love.
No, because they they say there's love.
Well,
but
that's what I'm saying. You're thinking about it in the terms of like, what if you want to find love, but you're married to?
No, I get it that it's not based only on. I don't know. There's one couple that says it is 100% based on love and soulmates, but he's 100% gay. He is not bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
They have sex, which they call making love. They do not call it sex, and she is pregnant.
He's bisexual.
He 100% says absolutely not.
Well, he says
why
he's not.
He's not. He's like, I'm not attracted to her. I'm not attracted to women. It was solely to have a child.
Yeah, then you're bisexual. It's fine. It's fine because you could just go to a clinic if you weren't attracted to her.
I live in this like world.
No, sometimes people make things up. And it's
they're very, very strong about it.
The gay community has like a really hard stance on bisexuality.
Gay.
They do.
He's like, I don't want a woman.
Yeah.
I don't find them attractive.
It's
I'm not
a lie.
sexually attracted to them. Like,
it's a lie, because if you weren't sexually attracted to her, you wouldn't knowingly, consentfully go and get an erection.
I 100% think all men are capable of that. I've seen men be with some nasty
which
creatures.
means that they are sexually attracted.
I don't I've heard men be like, there's no possible way. It is like,
but I think men lie.
What movie? It was, I think, Gummo. It sounds so awful, but they were sleeping with like
uggos.
Like,
sometimes people like, that's the thing,
mentally disabled people,
right?
Like,
and for some reason they're sexually attracted to that.
I
don't know why. Like, I don't know why. It's just they are like, that's how that works. Like, but it's okay. Like, it's like, yes, like,
I think
you
men
feel
more
shame,
than women are
this.
capable of functioning in.
I just know that if he wasn't sexually attracted to someone that he considered his wife, they could always just go to the clinic and get inseminated.
Yeah, people did ask, did you get inseminated? And they were like, no, we did it the old-fashioned way.
Right, and so that's what I mean. So obviously,
but it's still because. So the things that I've like read when looking like, because like I rabbit holed on these people.
I don't believe anybody's 100% anything.
That's a lot of things that people say, and that they're like, it's still sex, but it's not an attraction. Like, he's like, I'm not attracted, but he's like, she's a beautiful woman,
right?
But I'm not attracted to her.
Which sounds exactly like, what I used to say before I knew I was bisexual.
Right.
Like, I'm like, right. I say that as I had a crush on Scarlett Johansson.
I believe that he will die on that hill.
Yeah, and it's fine if you die on that hill. You can continue lying to yourself.
But I'm like, what is it? It's almost like he has shame.
Right.
Like, he's like, no, I'm gay. No, I'm gay.
Because
and it's
bisexuality is like, people are like, you can't do both. You can't have both. You can't like both. You have to choose. Like, it's literally been such a huge thing. Like, bisexual men, you do not, up until recently, you never heard men calling themselves bisexual, except for the Spartans, by the way, the most powerful fighting men in the Roman Empire. They were the most bisexual people.
Love them some boys.
Love them some boys.
Yes, they did.
And women, they were bi, because they used to believe back in, the Roman Empire that bisexuality was the ultimate form of masculinity because you can conquer both.
Here's my other question. Some people also think that you can go from bi, gay, straight, because let me continue. Because I mean, there's even gay people that'll be like, no, that's not true. But there's people that are like, but I've done it. And it's the same concept of like, when you were 16, let's say you were attracted to spiky haired dudes with skater shoes, and now you would look at that and be like, what the is that?
Right.
I know for a fact that I've done that.
Right.
So they say you can have a change in what you're attracted to.
100%.
And that is like something people will not, and cannot accept or grasp. They're like, no.
Right.
That is not possible.
Right.
And it's like, why not? Who made these rules?
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Who made these rules?
Like, nobody is like definitively anything else.
Somebody was at 14 years old, was like, I like boys. I'm just using it.
Yeah.
that boy's cute.
And
I'm
maybe you
attracted to
did
him.
when you were 14.
And what if you turn 20 and you've never seen another boy you're attracted to
Yeah,
again?
right.
And that boy you no longer even think is attractive. What does that make you?
Probably still bisexual. And I say that because I experience that. Like, I'm bisexual, but I have a preference for men. And it's like a 70-30, right?
Yeah.
And I'm putting these labels on me, not somebody else.
Right.
This is how but self-discovery, you have to, like, a lot of times people, especially men, are looking for in their partner to please their parents. That's what they're looking for.
Interesting.
So what their parents ideal and what their parents push on them as what they should like is generally kind of how they lean, because if your whole life you've been told one thing, then that's kind of generally how you're going to lean. But for me, I was told, oh, being gay is a sin. Like, you can't do that. Like, you'll go to hell, blah, 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 which it doesn't say that in the Bible, by the way. Argue with me on it. But like, it's like for so long, I was like, oh, well, no, I just love to be around girls. Oh my God, I just love, like, oh my God, my bestie who we take showers together. Like, that's not, I kiss all my friends at parties. I denied that in myself for so long because
Like
I was
as a
so
teenager.
Yeah, as a teenager, because I was like, I can't like girls. I can't like girls. I can't like girls. A boy would kiss me and I'd be like, ugh, we can't be friends anymore. I don't like you. I don't want to be around you. Like, stuff like that. A girl would kiss me and I'd be like, best fucking friends, dude. Hell yeah. But I was like, no, all these girls were just like a little bit, we played softball together.
Right. Right.
I'm like,
Softball.
so I just denied that in myself for so long that I was like, no, I don't like this. And it wasn't until I was an adult, like, I literally, like, I'm not going to out my business, but I was fully like a bridesmaid at a wedding. And that's the first time I ever had sex with a girl. We were both bridesmaids.
Oh, I was like, with the bride?
No, not with the bride.
Crazy.
Not with the bride. Her husband won't let me. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
And so it's like that, like, I was like, oh, wait a second. I was like, wait, if I wasn't gay, why would I want to do this? If I wasn't a little gay, why would I want to do this? Right. Exactly. So it's like, you can't be 100% gay if you want to sleep with your, yeah,
that every single person
right
on this earth,
yeah,
and I don't mean people that would ever know that. There's probably cultures and religions and tribes and who knows where that wouldn't even know that that's like an option. But
Right.
I'm saying that in the biological brain, every single person has that like capability where it's just a sexual thing that they're capable of being. What is it called when it's
pansexual?
Like, yeah.
Well, some people are that. Some people are attracted to everything. Some people can be attracted to anything.
But not even necessarily attracted. Oh my God. One of the things is like not necessarily an attraction, but a capability. Like, it's not like, you know, the people that, like you said, like homophobes that are like, they're like usually gay, but they're like, no, not possible. Never in a million years. Never. I'd rather die.
Right.
It's like,
And that's how you can tell they're gay. You'd rather die than suck one dick.
I've heard
Like,
men
I'm like, come on. You'd rather
I've heard
die.
men say things like,
Die.
cut off my, I'd rather do this.
I'm like, really? You'd rather die? Okay. That's kind of gay. Like, okay, like that sounds pretty gay to me. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I've never met anyone more stubborn than a gay man. So you'd rather die? Okay. Okay, girl. Die then. Like, what do you want? Like, that's crazy. No, I just think that, like, I think that the whole point of life is discovering. And I think, like, when you just put like, oh, gay, oh, straight, this, blah, 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 then it stops you from learning who you are. And like, it's okay to have feelings that you don't understand. You're supposed to try to learn about that feeling. That's like, you don't understand something, try to learn about it. It's like, I don't know, like, to me, like, that seems like duh.
well, then
but
there's
like,
always that other side of the coin where it's like, that's just temptation. Don't give in to temptation. There's temptation for, I mean, people might want to bestiality. They might be like,
Yeah.
I wonder what that's like. It's like, doesn't mean you should necessarily explore that.
No, you should not do cross.
I'm just saying.
You shouldn't do cross species.
I,
Okay? No cross species.
so disturbing.
Okay? If it's a human
So
and you're a human, we already know that I'm terrified of furries, but because I'm scared of big
back.
animals.
I had to go to another place for a second.
No, that's so
I'm
funny.
back.
That's so funny to me. But yeah, no cross species. I think that's no.
God.
You can't do that.
What about aliens?
That's what I was about to say. Unless if the other species has the same brain capacity and understanding of right and wrong that you do and can verbally communicate that or write it down. Maybe. But it's like, but that's it. It has to be like the same intelligence of life form. And you can't tell me that dolphins are really smart. A dolphin has never built a car, okay? It could never do that. It doesn't matter how smart it is. They don't have
Do they
that.
have to have opposable thumbs?
Yeah. We're smarter because we got these bad boys, okay? That's
So
why
we're talking
we're
like
better.
I mean, there has been footage of orangutans writing, so be careful.
Yeah, but not like speaking our language. Like if orangutans evolve to the point where they're speaking language and walking around and building houses and like, stuff like that. And
Building houses is one of the requirements.
well, and also in this building
can't.
houses and capitalism. If animals can start exploiting other animals for pay, that's when you're like, oh, we can sleep with that.
No, my God.
Because you know how advanced you have to be to not only know how to survive, but also have enough survivability knowledge
Not well over here. I'm
to
just
to then
not
also
fucking well.
to then also exploit people for their survivability knowledge.
And forgive us so much.
Yeah.
I think in this vent, there's like a gas leak.
There's gotta be.
'Cause we immediately get-
I'm closer to the vent.
We immediately are not well
Yeah.
when we sit here for a while.
No, literally. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on, being gay and women's rights. Those are my thoughts on those.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell. And that's why I think that if you are a generous tipper, you're someone who believes in building your community. And if you're not a generous tipper, then maybe look within. And if you can't afford to tip, that's different. Maybe you should address your boss and say, hey, why aren't you paying me enough so that I can generously tip?
Or go find a job that gets tips.
Right.
And then see how it feels.
See how it feels vice versa. I feel like everyone should be required to work one restaurant job for at least 6 months.
Like in the service industry. Yeah.
Like the second you turn 18, the first thing you do is you work in the service industry for 6 months at a restaurant and then 6
100%.
months in retail. And then you can go to college.
Yeah. You have to do both of those.
You have to do both of those.
Because it gives you a different life, a different outlook on humans.
Right.
I can tell you that much. Mm-hmm. Big time difference. If you're in customer service, retail, and the restaurant industry, which I've done all, the outlook on people, good and bad, changes.
Yeah.
And you need that life experience.
Yeah.
You need that life experience. You
100%.
cannot just go right into the office world. You have to have those experiences.
Right.
I'm telling you right now.
Right. Because then that's how we get Nepo kids that are mean. And we don't like that because they're mean.
Oh.
But yeah, we got to go. Well,
We
you got
gotta
to
go.
go.
Yeah.
Especially. I do have to go too. I have to go grocery
You should do a
shopping.
TED Talk with just Tessa.
A Tessa TED Talk. Tea time with Tessa.
A Tessa Talk.
A Tessa Talk.
A Tessa Talk.
Maybe I should do a live. Maybe I should go live on
We
our
should
Instagram.
do a Tessa Talk. Yeah.
Yeah. I just get on there and I just start saying outrageous things.
Yes.
It's like, okay, guys.
We might start doing live
Yeah, that would be fun.
episodes.
That would be fun.
Like once a month, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll do one Thursday a month live.
Yeah, that could be fun. That could be fun. I'm down for it. But yeah, I guess
Because
go
then
like,
we can
subscribe.
interact with y'all.
Yeah, because then you guys could directly ask us questions instead of just privately DMing us. Like we have hundreds of DMs, guys. We could not possibly get to all of them.
We can't. We just
Like,
simply can't.
you gotta have to interact on the live. But okay, I guess like, subscribe, comment, share. I want you to actually force every single one of your family members to follow us. And if they don't, I need you
And
to
watch.
threaten them.
They have to watch it. They
They have
can't
to
just
follow.
follow.
And I want you to threaten them. And I want the threats to get progressively worse.
And they have to subscribe to
all the way up
Counterculture
to
Inc.
assault 1, I think, is fine.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Forcibly open their eyes and put them in front of a screen.
hold their eyes open,
and
make them watch it. And honestly, if you don't do that, you're not a real fan. So I didn't say it.
Also,
Actually,
we're on
yes, I
Spotify
did.
and Apple.
Yeah,
we do
Spotify
get a lot of
and Apple, like
audio listeners.
Oh yeah. I forget about where we are. I forget about Apple all the time.
Yeah, we do.
I'm a
Thanks
spotty
to
girl.
Justin. Shout out to Justin. Donut Shop
Heck yeah.
Pod. Okay, bye.
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 In the shadows, I found my light.